I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. You know, how valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is the documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast. There was two things I wanted to talk about today. Can't remember the second one, so I think we're just going to roll with the first one. This might be super short, but whatever. So we have people in the industry like Andy Frisella, like Alex Hormozi, like David Goggins, Joe Rogan, and then we have athletes everybody knows, LeBron James, Tom Brady, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. You know, we got people like that. We got famous celebrities. We got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We've got... actually, I'm not really sure. I don't know. We got famous people. We got, and we have all these people who have quote unquote made it, who are ultra successful, who have millions, if not billions of dollars, who have been around the block. They know what's up. They have a shit ton of experience. They know a ton. And we have this thing called the internet. We have this thing called social media. And we have these things called podcasts and interviews. And you can sum all this up to, we have access to these people indirectly. We can literally send Joe Rogan a DM on Instagram. We can we can send him a message. I can be like, hey dude, I have a question about trees. Do you know what kind is the best for pine cone? You can say whatever the fuck. Is he going to read it and reply? That's a whole other thing. But we have access to those people. And the reason why I say that is because we have all these people at our fingertips. We can message Elon Musk, and these people, they got their own shit going on, but a lot of them will offer help and they'll offer advice, and they will kind of, offer guidance to people who ask for help. Or even in an interview, someone might say, what would you recommend to do if you're blah, blah, blah? And then the person might say, well, I would actually blah, 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 and do this and this and this. And I was thinking about that today because I'm reading a lot and taking a lot of information from Alex Hormozi. And I just resonate with a lot of his shit the most. He's just a very logical thinker, speaks in a lot of philosophical context. So, the stuff that you see with philosophers back in the 18 or 1700s or whatever the fuck, and they're quoted and they're nice and it's like a photo or something like that. That's how his shit's going to be in 100 years. And we're going to be like, damn, Alex Hormozi, he was a wise one. We're going to be doing that shit for him. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, this dude has this much success. This is what he does. This is how much he knows. This is proof that he knows what he's talking about. He's offering advice and he's getting nothing from it. So therefore, the motive for the advice is to help people and nothing else. So that means that advice is probably from the heart, from all the wisdom and knowledge that he's gained. That's free fucking access for free information from somebody who's made, I don't want to say billion, I don't know if he's made a billion, who's made hundreds of millions of dollars just giving you free advice, free guidance, free tips, pointers, you name it. And we are sitting here like, nah, it's probably a different way. I'm a figure, but it's like, dude, they're telling you. Is there advice ass? You're going to listen to Uncle Bob in the corner over there because he has a degree in fucking carrots? I don't know. So why would you listen to them, but not somebody who's made it, who's giving away their shit for free? I would agree that there's something going on, or there's some caution to take if what they're telling you comes with a price, like if they say, hey, I'll teach you how to do this, but it costs X amount of money. That's a little bit different because then their motives become skewed. If somebody's just giving away information and advice and guidance for free and they expect nothing in return, think about what do they have to gain from doing that? What do they have to lose from doing that? They don't got shit to lose from giving advice. If it's shitty advice and somebody does it, then I guess maybe they do have something to lose. So that just reinforces the positive. What do they have to gain from doing it? Well, somebody makes $1 million and they can say thank you and they get a pat on the back or whatever. And I just stood up because I like talking about this shit. But I was thinking about that. We have people like Alex Hormozi, Andy Frisella, that just pump out information and advice all day, every day for free, dude. Think about if that person were in your room just talking to you face to face and they were giving you these pointers, you'd probably listen. And for some reason, it's different if they're in person, face to face, in the corner like Uncle Bob or Rob, whoever the fuck Uncle is, versus if they're online or in your ear for a podcast or wwhatever. And I don't remember which show I talked about this, but I was like, how much would you pay to have Kobe Bryant? You know, you could ask him, you had a sheet of questions you could ask him, and you could ask him about 5 in 2 hours. Would you do it, and how much would you pay for that? And the truth is, with that, is it's free. It's called a podcast. You put him in your ear, and you listen to him answer questions that other people ask. And it's free. It's free. But we already put a value on that indirectly, you know, or not indirectly. We already put a value on that unconsciously because we're like, okay, it's probably going to cost a shit ton because it's Kobe Bryant. Going to buy his time, you know. But if you were in person, you know, but if he's in your ear, it's like, just, you know. So anyway, I'm kind of running in circles here. I'm just going to jump ahead here. So we have this free advice. Why the fuck would we not take this advice? Why would we at least not try? You know, if this person like Alex Hormozi is 10 years older than me, or Andy Frisella, 20 years older than me, they've got billion-dollar companies. They have a great body. They have a great physique. They're an incredible leader. They've got a supercar collection. They're respected and well-known. They inspire people daily. What part of all of that would be like, I don't know if I really trust this guy. I don't know if I can take his advice. Maybe it doesn't apply to me. What the fuck do you even mean, dude? You know? And I'm not saying dick ride these people. I'm just saying listen to what they have to say, because a lot of what they have to say is some gold. They've been places that you and I could probably never, ever go because we lack the experience and the wisdom and knowledge. But these people have been there, done that a million times. And they're sitting here saying, hey, you can do this. This is what I would do. If I was 24 again, I would do this. If I was 29, I would do this. I wish I would have learned this when I was 6, whatever. And they're giving this to us for free. And I've always taken this kind of information for granted. So this is kind of about my perception of the shit. So I got thinking, again, for the 18th time, it's like, wow, what if I just took everything that these people say and use some common sense. If they're saying like start selling Rubik's Cubes for $500 a piece and claim, I don't know, it's a whole other thing, but just take what they say, filter it through your common sense filter and be like, okay, well, if he says I got to message 200 people a day, okay, well, he's probably been there, done that. So it's probably some pretty fucking golden advice. I don't want to do it, but if I paid for a one-on-one consultation with this person and they told me that, then I'd probably do it. Why would I then do it then? Why would I then do it then? Why would I do it then? It's probably because I got some skin in the game and I paid for them, paid for their time, so we value it more because we put some of our skin in the game. But when you listen to a podcast or watch a thing on YouTube or whatever, the most amount of skin you have in the game is watching a 10-second ad on deodorant, and that's it. And you get the information that you want. So it's like, I didn't really have to do anything for this information, so I just won't do anything. I'll just hang out. So I don't know, what's Joe Rogan got to say? And you have the whole mental masturbation shit. So all this to say, because I'm going to summarize this and end it because I would like to go to bed on time today. There's so much free advice out there. And obviously there's a lot of bullshit out there as well. But you just got to filter that out. Use common sense. Figure out who's saying what for what. Why are they saying what they're saying, kind of thing. So there's free advice out there. Why wouldn't you take at least a little bit of consideration and think, okay, well, this person's been there, done that. They've got all this experience. They've achieved this, this, and this. I want to achieve this, this, and this. They have this car. I want that car. They've got this husband or wife. I want this husband or wife. They've got whatever. Okay, so they've been there, done that with what I'm trying to do. I'm going to listen to what they have to say and then actually do it, you know? Here's what sparked the idea. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up real quick. I saw a post on Instagram. It was from Alex Hormozi, So this is from Alex Hormozi. So today is May 21st, 7:40 p.m. I think it's a Tuesday. And he posted this. He says, you just have to be willing to look like an idiot while you figure it out. Because once you figure it out, everyone else looks like an idiot for doubting you. So that's him. I think he's like 34, 35 years old. So he's like 8 years. Hold on. Let's figure out how old Alex Hormozi is real quick. Well, I got to set the mic up because I've been holding it the whole time. It says about 35 years. So I whatever. The only reason why I care about that is because if he's 35 and I'm 26, and I'm about to be 27 here in a couple months, month and a half. That's weird to think about. Holy shit. So if he is 8 years older than me and he's figured that only 8 years, dude, think about that. 8 years, that's it. And he's got $1 billion companies going. So if he says you just got to be willing to look like an idiot while you figure it out, because once you figure it out, everyone else looks like an idiot for doubting you. If he's saying that, okay, well, that's some sound advice. I'll just continue to try new things and experiment and look like an idiot until I figure something out. And then when I do figure it out, that'll be, quote unquote, the end. And everything else up to that point wouldn't have mattered, because in the end, at that point, I'm right. I succeeded and I did it. So every judgment or opinion or any stone cast at me up to that point was irrelevant and doesn't matter. And let's pull up another one, actually. He's got a lot of great advice. Let's see. So the next one. Okay, the next one. Nope, not that one. Let's see. Hold on. You hear the Jets? Okay, so that's the thing about opportunity. It looks like risk when it's an opportunity. And by the time it's risk-free, it's not an opportunity anymore. I'm going to read that again, actually. So that's the thing about opportunity. It looks like risk when it is an opportunity. And by the time it's risk-free, it's not an opportunity anymore. So that's saying, like right now, for example, I'm trying to run this supplement. I'm trying to get a pre-workout out in the market. That's an opportunity for me to do it. That's a shit ton of risk too, if you want to look at it in a different way, because that's about 10 grand that I'm saving up to then just blow. And if I don't make any sales, then I just took 10 grand and pissed on it and put it down the toilet. And that's the risk I take. But in 10 years, if I look back and I'm like, damn, dude, this supplement market's blowing up. It's $1 trillion business now, or $1 trillion market now. If I would have done that now, maybe I'd be a millionaire. Of course it's an opportunity, but you don't see the risk, It's just, I don't know. It's just, maybe I'm botching this up. I don't really give a fuck, but just free advice out there, dude. Why wouldn't we take that? People have been there, done that. They're more experienced, more knowledge. They've been around the block 1,000 times more than we have, and they're giving advice for free. Put that through your bullshit filter. Figure out what's true, what's not true. Use your best judgment. Of course, we can't always be correct and avoid certain scams and stuff, and that's not even what I'm talking about, but someone you can trust out there in the marketplace. They're, I guess, hard to come by, but if you can find one and they're giving you advice or recommendations or guidance, just think about that shit, man. They have nothing to lose, nothing to gain or they have nothing to gain and kind of everything to lose if you want to think about it in one way, because they're giving you shit advice or they're telling you to go do a certain thing and that flops and people lose money or careers or whatever, then that's, it's not a good thing, and the reputation would be shit. And then put that through your bullshit filter, and it wouldn't pass. So, all that to say, for the 18th time, there's so much great advice out there, and we're not smart enough to really. Who are we to think that we're too smart for that shit? That's what I'm trying to say. So, that's it. Just wanted to share that. There's free advice out there, man. Why wouldn't we listen? So that's it. Peace out. Hey, thanks for listening. And quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.